Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Spence Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
This is Steven Espinosa from Showtime Sports. Shout out to Money Brown TV. What's up, Brian Custer from Showtime Championship Boxing. I gotta give a big shout out to Money Brown TV.
Give a shout out to Money Brown TV from the punchline.
Hey, yeah, Money Brown, we on the way up, baby. Yeah, I told you we're coming up, baby. Look at us now.
Yo, what's going on out there, Fight War? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on the big dog, Errol the True Spence Jr., the former unified WBC, IBF, and Super WBA welterweight world champion. You know, he was on the top pound for pound list before he stepped away from the sport of the game. One of the top pay-per-views attraction, right? And Errol Spence is still a top shoutout if he decides to come back into the sport. You know, it was rumored he was going to face Sebastian Fedora at 154 for the unification bout. You know, they were trying to stop with the WBO. But EJ has been out the sport since 2023 after he took his loss to Turns T-Boy Crawford. You know, a lot of people want to try to shit on him for that. A lot of people going at Errol Spence fans, you know, after the loss and things of that nature. And y'all know how that go, man. When you're on top, everybody want to see you fall. And when you fall, you know, they try to kick you while you're down and things of that nature. But Errol Spence is one of them resilient dudes that can come back, you know, get a tune-up and get right back into the action with the big things if he's 100% still into it. And it don't look like Errol to me, like my dog is 100% still into it. He's enjoying family life. If you're not following him, you know, he's going to his kids' events and, you know, just living his best life, man. You know, enjoying the fruits of his labor as he should. Now, the purpose of this video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, EJ has came out and he spoke about him being addicted to alcohol. You understand? He said this was the worst thing that happened to him in his career is getting addicted, you know, to the alcohol, bro. And we all know what that can do to a person's body that's not an athlete, let alone being an athlete and a boxer at that. You know, when everything counts in the sport of boxing, if you slacking off, it's going to show. If you're not putting in the extra mile, it's going to show. If you didn't put in that, you know, that extra time in the gym and go 100% with the sparring partners getting ready for the fight, it's going to show, bro. All that is going to show. You know, and just to keep it real, you know, it showed with EJ once he got addicted to the bottle. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, he was that damn good to be resilient and pull through, you know what I'm saying, some tough fights. And he just couldn't overcome the situation with the car crash and, you know, him doing everything he was doing, going into the biggest fight of his career against Turnbull Crawford. And it caught up to him. You feel me? No excuses. No excuses, but it caught up to him. Now, with him coming out, speaking on the situation, you know, the worst thing that happened to him in his career is getting addicted to the alcohol. You got to respect that, bro. You got to respect that on so many levels. So many levels. You feel me? To take accountability for your own actions and, you know, your own mistakes and look yourself in the mirror and say, the reason why this happened, the reason why that happened is because of me. You feel me? Not because of nobody else. Because of me, my choices, and you know, what I decided to do. You know what I'm saying? That's a man for you. That's a man for you. You gotta respect EJ on that. And not just respect him because he came out and admitted it, but because it can help the next youngster that's up and coming, that's a hell of a fighter, that, you know, that looked up to him. And you know, it can show them, listen, man, once you get in the position or you do make it to the position to be on top of the sport like I was, bringing in millions of dollars, having all the fans around the world, you know, the world is your disposal at the moment. Stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused. Don't lose sight of the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The hard grind, the dedication that you put in. You feel me? The hard work that you had to go through, the sacrifices that you had to make. All those things play a great part of you getting to the top. And once you get to the top, you got to do it extra and overtime to stay at the top. You feel me? because it's gonna be so much pulling at you. So many people want a piece of you. You know what I'm saying? You go find friends that you never thought you had. You know what I mean? The women go love you all over the world. So you just have to stay focused on the goal at hand, understand what you want, and don't lose sight of it. You feel me? So I think with Errol Spence coming out, speaking on that, it's a big deal, bro. It's a big deal because now it's part of his testimony. You know what I'm saying? We seen the car crash. We seen what happened with that situation, right? So now it's part of his testimony. So when he go talking to people and he letting them know how he feel and what happened to him going through this and going through that, he can help so many lives, bro, and save so many people. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I know a lot of people go try to shit on him and say this and say that. But, that really don't mean nothing, because once you made it to the level Earl made it to, doing the things that Earl do, he still lived out his dream. He still went out there and accomplished his goals. You feel me? And that should be respected on another level as well. So, like I say, when you at the top and you fall, you gonna have haters, bro. And I'm seeing a lot of haters out there. Well, we've been telling y'all that he was on this. We've been telling y'all he was doing this, he was doing that, this and that. Well, who are you to judge? Who are you to, point the finger at somebody else's mistakes and their flaws, bro? That's his life. You understand? That's his life. Not credit. He's in the public eye. He is a public figure, being a fighter and a boxer. But he ain't the first. He ain't the first. And we know how the saying go. He won't be the last. You understand what I'm saying? But he can help 1 or 2 people to not go that route. So this is not about kicking somebody when they down, because that's all people like to do in this world. They like to hate on you when you at the top, and when you at the bottom, they like to kick dirt because they can't do what you do, or they can't go out there and live their dreams. Or some of them don't even have dreams and goals and can see past their fucking feet. You feel me? So when you're looking at a man who accomplished his goals and his dreams, and he got his family sitting at the top, mom and dad don't have to work, kids straight, you got to respect that still. But you got to respect the man that can come out and admit his flaws, bro, admit his wrongs, and don't point the finger and blame at nobody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I respect about it. You feel me? Now, it's up to people to listen. It's up to people to heed the advice. Because one thing about fame, fortune, and this world, bro, it can take you under. And it can take you under quick. You understand what I'm saying? We all human. You know what I'm saying? We all tempting for certain things. And to have everything at your feet, at your disposal, bro, it can be a bad thing at certain times. If you're not ready for it, if you don't have the right people around you to guide you, you know what I'm saying? It can take you under quick. So you have to be smart about who you let in your circle. You have to stick to the people who help you get to where you got to. And you got to watch them at times too, because sometimes people can be on the side of you and with you, and they can still despise you and hate on you. And that's the worst. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst, because you don't even see it coming from them. And them could be the ones that can hurt you more than anybody else. So you still got to watch your circle. But just keep a tight circle, man. Keep the people around you that you love, that you respect, that came with you from the bottom, and just stay grounded, bro. Stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? Be where your feet are, and don't expect nothing from other people. And because expectation from others always gonna lead to failure. You know what I mean? So just accept people for who they are, and just keep it pushing. But with Errol Spence, bro, I salute this king, man, coming out, speaking this truth. You know what I'm saying? Letting people know the alcohol was a downfall to my career. I take full responsibility, and I'm moving forward with me and my family in a better position, bro, and in a better space in life. And I can respect that, man. I wish Errol nothing but the best in life, whether he want to continue to fight or whether he's done with fight. We seen Terrence Crawford on the Hall of Fame career. I'm going to touch on all that. But this just a testament to Errol Spence, and my salute to him for coming out, being true, being real, and letting people know that he was addicted to that bottle. You know what I mean? And it's a downfall, to athletes in their career. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him for that. Straight like that. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Salute this king. Y'all know what it is. It's Money B, man, and I'm on to the next.